Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are sitting in natural light again because today we are going to be doing a foundation and concealer and face spray review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea collection. I picked up the foundation, the concealer, and also the Marine Boosting Mist. There has been a lot of hype around the launch of this little collection here, so I figured I would take a dabble, and considering it's talking all about water and hydration, I thought, oh yes, come and save my dry skin and let me put it to the test. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I have a lot of zits going on my face. My skin is just having a freaking day, so hopefully this will be a good test to see how these products apply to the face. So I have the little descriptions pulled up here just because I wanted to see all of the actual doodads listed on the Sephora website. So I'm going to talk about the water foundation first. It says it's a lightweight, full coverage, hydrating foundation infused with Tarte's Rainforest of the Sea complex. It is $47 for a 1 ounce bottle, which is the typical kind of thing going on with the foundation. I got the shade light neutral. It's a little bit darker. I definitely could have used the fair light neutral color, but considering we are getting into the warmer weather here, I wanted to make sure that my foundation can be used all throughout the season. So this is the bottle here, really beautiful packaging. I'll put it up close here for you. You can see it's got this cute little multicolored lid, really nice glass bottle. And this little stopper here, you like twist it open and then you kind of like push the product out of the stopper. But before we actually apply the foundation, I also want to talk about the Marine Boosting Mist because you're supposed to use this. It's like 4-in-1. So when I was looking at this in Sephora, I actually was shocked at how many amazing ingredients it actually had in the spray. It's got peppermint oil, coconut oil, lavender oil, orange peel oil, algae extract. All right, so it's a very fine mist. I feel like I just need to like drench my skin in this. I forgot to mention, it is 2.5 ounces for $30. So it does feel very refreshing and cooling on my skin. You can really smell the orange peel, which is nice, I think. I like the smell of fresh citrus in the morning. That's about all I can say so far. It feels great on the skin. So let's apply the foundation. I'm going to do one half of my face with a brush, the other half with the Beauty Blender, and see which side applies best. I have pumped the foundation onto my hand there, and I am going to apply the first side with my MAC 170 foundation brush. I put a lot of the product onto my hand and it's not spreading out very well. Like, I mean, it's spreading out nicely, like it looks nice on the skin, but I mean, I've already used up all the product on my hand and I have barely covered the surface, so I have a feeling I'm going to be using a lot of this product. It looks very nice. It's very natural. It has a satin finish. It's not like overly dewy, but it's not entirely matte either. All right, so it took about like 3 full squeegees to do one half of my face, but that looks very beautiful. That is a very gorgeous finish. Let's do the other side with the Beauty Blender. So the Beauty Blender side is definitely not covering as much, and it's also using up a lot more product, so I'm actually just gonna switch to using a brush. I'm just gonna say it now that I think I prefer applying this foundation with a brush because the Beauty Blender will just soak up all of the product because it's a very liquidy foundation. It's not very heavy or creamy at all, so with products like that, I don't like to waste it, and I will definitely avoid the Beauty Blender with that one. Because it has such a nice light finish to the skin already by itself, it doesn't really require the Beauty Blender to soften it out, if that makes any sense. So this is the foundation applied. As I've already said so many times in this video already, I really love this finish. This is a very natural satin finish to the skin. Yes, I think it looks amazing. I'll zoom you guys in up close. So if you can see, it's just really nicely and evenly gone on all of my skin. My zits are still popping. So now let's try the concealer. This is the Tarte Aqua Concealer, part of the Rainforest of the Sea collection. It is $31 for 0.34 ounces. I got the shade Fair, but I thought I had purchased the shade Light. Maybe I did mean to get the shade Fair and I'm just not remembering. Anyway, this is the bottle right here. Really adorable glass bottle, cute packaging, and oh, I can't open it. It's got a really weird applicator. It's just a massive sponge, and you just dab the product out. I might just put that onto my hand first. So I've applied it to the back of my hand, and I'm going to apply it onto my skin with my finger, and then I'll buff it out using the Beauty Blender. It has the same smell as the MAC concealers. If you guys know the smell of MAC concealers, this is what I'm smelling here. It's kind of like a weird chemical-y smell, but If it's good, I can get on board. It's okay. So if you guys noticed already, as soon as I applied it to the skin, it looked a lot less white once it sets in. This one says it's a lightweight 12-hour concealing serum with skin-soothing benefits that provides targeted medium buildable coverage. So medium buildable coverage, so not full coverage. So definitely not as full coverage as the NARS concealer. That's the concealer I always compare other concealers to because it's the concealer I use the most. But it hasn't attached to any dry spots thus far. It is keeping with that very natural skin-like finish. I'm gonna try going in with another layer just to see if the whole buildable thing is true and if it might cover up my zits a little bit more. So that is the concealer applied. I really like the finish. It's the same finish as the foundation. It does have really nice coverage. These particular zits of mine are just really awful and large and red, so that would even be hard to cover using a kind of creamy, thicker concealer. So I'm really impressed with how this really went on nice and evenly across the skin. Once the concealer is put on the face, it kind of sinks in and doesn't remain as light and white as it looks coming right out of the bottle, just this particular shade in Fair. So maybe go up a shade if you're looking for something to match you nicely. But overall, I love how this feels on my skin. It feels very light. It has given a really beautiful skin-like satin finish. I'm gonna go apply the rest of my makeup. I will set it with powder. I will probably dust a little bit of the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder on just because I do that every day anyway. And I always like to put a little bit underneath my eyes just to kind of help it set. I'll apply the rest of my makeup and then I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, so I've just applied the rest of my makeup, and because I know that you guys are gonna ask, I'm wearing the Maybelline Color Tattoo and Bad to the Bronze, the Laura Mercier Rose Gold cream eyeshadow stick just kind of in the middle and then on my inner corners, and then I've also put MAC Teddy just along the lash line, and any of the other products that's on my face I will link it down below, but I just thought I'd mention that. I just have to say I am floored at how amazingly natural, not overly dewy, just like this perfect natural finish. Like my skin looks amazing. You can still see my zits, but I just have to accept the fact that those zits are just like out to play today. I am so impressed with the finish. I'm so impressed with how it just totally melted into my skin. This is my first impression of the foundation and concealer. I absolutely love it. I love it so much. I'm gonna put the Marine Boost Mist in my backpack. It's 9:30 right now, and I'm going to probably spray that mist on my face throughout the rest of the day. I'm gonna go to school, and I will check back with you guys later to see how it wore. I'm so excited! Hello, beautiful people. It is now 4 o'clock, which means it has been 7.5 hours of this on my face. I will tell you things that occurred today. I took the Marine Boost with me to school, and I sprayed it on my face twice. I blew my nose, I picked this zit scab and it was bleeding a little bit. And it also rained on me a little bit as I was walking from the doors of the school to my car. So that is all that has transpired on my face today, and my skin is looking pretty damn incredible for almost 8 hours of wear. I'll zoom you guys in here so you can see. It's moved around a little bit here from where I blew my nose, but it's pretty much remained the same all day long. And if you can see right here, I'm just gonna show you quick. Right along there, it's caked up a little bit on my chin, but that's after touching my face all day long. The foundation only claims to be 8 hours of wear, I think. Maybe I'm just pulling it out of my butt, but I thought that the foundation said 8 hours of wear and the concealer was 12 hours. But in my opinion, just from the areas that have oxidized a little bit, it's the concealer that is less long wearing than the foundation. But anyway, I am so impressed with how my skin looks considering how much has happened to my skin, how much I've picked at it and touched it throughout the day. My skin is still looking completely glowy and lovely, and that Marine Boost spray feels so good and refreshing when you apply it onto the skin. I applied it about an hour ago because I wanted to see if it would fix the concealer. The concealer under my eyes was looking a little bit dry and crepey. Sprayed the spray onto my skin and it totally helped the makeup soak right back into my skin, so I was very impressed with that. Overall, I'm absolutely in love with all three of the products. The concealer is not as full coverage as I typically like, but it's definitely a really good option for an everyday concealer when you don't have massive freaking zits like these ones. But I absolutely love the foundation. I love the spray, and again, the concealer is a lovely one for an everyday use. So I give these products a total thumbs up, total 10 out of 10. I am so impressed. My skin feels amazing. I feel so glowy and refreshed, and it lasted very, very well through a very stressful school day. So love the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea line. If you guys want me to try anything else in particular, always do let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video, everyone, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!